Right before my senior year of high school is actually when I became a believer, and I had always desired to be an architect. And so you can imagine kind of the inner struggle I had thinking, well, now that I'm a Christian, am I supposed to go into ministry, or should I continue to follow my dreams of architecture? And God just made it very clear through scholarships and through acceptance into really great schools that I was supposed to continue on with architecture. So I ended up a freshman at the University of Kansas, and I loved it. I did really well in the program there, ended up being in the top 5% of my class, was offered independent study opportunities. Just everything that you could have wanted as a college freshman was afforded to me. And so right about halfway through my sophomore semester, I was diagnosed with depression. Just all my passion had been stripped from me. I would not want to wake up in the mornings and just wouldn't want to go to class. And this was really odd for me, someone who's so intensely passionate about what I did. Just all of a sudden, all of my desires were stripped from me. It was such a heartbreaking time because I'd never known hopelessness like that before. And it was the first time as a believer where I really experienced hardship. When I came home over winter break, I just unenrolled from all of my classes and couldn't continue on anymore. And it was a really dark season for me. I continued to battle with depression. It took me years to overcome that, and I still struggle with it today. But not having the thing I loved the most and also struggling with that just left me in such a dark place. But after praying through it, God started to open those doors back up for me. And I decided, okay, God, I'm going to try this again, but I don't want to do this unless I know it's for you. And so, having to restart was not the easiest thing. And I did wrestle through a lot of fears and doubts within that. One, just being completely terrified that I was going to drop out of school again, that depression would overtake me again, and I would just follow right back into the same footsteps I'd walked in. So those were some things that I had to work through in my own heart of, if God ever decides to call me away from this again, how am I going to respond this time? Am I going to run in the opposite direction of him, or am I going to press in and be okay? And I think he delivered me to this point where I'm passionate about architecture. I so confidently and strongly believe that this is what I'm supposed to do. But at the same time, I know that God is bigger than that, and he is more important, and he's what matters. And so even if he takes all this away, it's for his glory, and I'm okay with that.